We haven't reached the top yet. Don't fall for it, because they might be trying to get you to buy right now. But that's enough wildlife for the day, guys. It's still not clear to me why I think I've cracked the code on why the crypto peak might be men and why it could happen sooner rather than later, but not yet because all of these conditions have not been met. What are they? Well, we talked about it and then we were told to talk about the end of the month and how it all leads up to a most wonderful season that is just around the corner. Get up. But remember, guys, this isn't a financial advice. Just keep that in mind because anything can happen in crypto. Okay, that's the chart of Bitcoin vs. NASDAQ. From this chart, it's clear that Bitcoin has been doing better than the NASDAQ, as we can see right here. It's clear that the NASDAQ isn't doing as well as Bitcoin, but this is known as the top several cases on Bitcoin and altcoins. How do we know this, or why do we know it? There is a line of close that has been coming together since the end of 2017 when I first got into crypto, guys. Touchpoint primary 23. Okay, that's 1-3. The fourth is guys coming in. Try this out. So let's look at the current right and see if we can get from where we are now to the resistance line. Right now, Bitcoin is going up about 25 to 24%. And that's only if the NASDAQ doesn't go up even more. So if the NASDAQ stays where it is, the market will be stable even as Bitcoin goes up. Let's take a look at this. 24% takes Bitcoin to about 120000. So let's say there are 120,000 of them. So there's convergence. This is factor number one for guys. What's so appealing about these things right here, guys? The reason for this convergence is that if we look at a fashion line for men, also there could be more than one touch factor here, right? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here, wide range, 3. We're going to draw a trend line, okay? So there are a few points where two rivers meet. The strangest part is that no one else will name these guys but us. That's the USCT.domination chart. This is a funny shark eyes proper, so that's how I think we'll probably be now. Not now. I don't think it's right now, guys. That's why I'm not advertising anything at the moment. That's not useful, and it's a joke. But what's interesting about that $120 00 lot charge point for Bitcoin is this picture. Why would all of this happen by chance? This is the dollar.dominant chart, guys. And I do think this might keep going. I wanted to let you know that I know there may be a lot of strains, but I don't want to clean up this chart because it's from a long time ago. This is what I thought would happen. So I think what will happen to this chart now is that we will go down like this. Men will touch this aid line, touch the guideline, and then likely go back up. I don't know how high. This could mean that Bitcoin dumps, guys, and I will go back into reverse, right? But hold on, before we talk about that, take a look at this. What does this support line mean? It's not like any other line, right? The reason is that if you look at this resistance, it's like turn it into guide right here, guys. Right now, if we come down, which probably won't help next time we contact it. Shouldn't we wait a minute? We know this is evil because, okay, so BlackRock received 250 or more guys who bought Ethereum ETFs, a real $250 million worth of ETH. This is extremely evil. That being said, why are they looking for Ethereum? Don't be stupid when they sold Bitcoin. The fee doubled, okay, more than doubled, and will soon triple from their entry point. Ethereum is not very liquid. This 250 million pumped it up by a good 30%, right? I'm not sure, but it seems like the theory has been going strong since before BlackRock even came out. So someone is looking for someone who already knew it and that they bought ETH, guys. Yes, we called the bottom one each to a 3,000 and it turned into $3. Not 190, I think about that rate, men. We knew it would show up right. That's the cycle. This means that while Ethereum pumps all season, we are once again at that stage of the stop. No, not yet. Even though we already have, we still want the USDT dominant chart to move down around those levels, and then this NASDAQ, it looks like this chart will name it, guys. It looks like this chart will name it, right? But remember that Bitcoin tops out properly. So Bitcoin goes like this until it stabilizes, and then it stays like this for the rest of the season. It's the peak, right? This is the highest point. That's what I want to know. That brings us to the end of the round, which might be December, right? We'll see what happens, so maybe in January. However, once more before the peak almost happens for the whole sphere, a good season will happen because of the heavy imports that might be going into Ethereum. $335 million, guys. That's the most money that's ever come into the internet on a single day since it began. Will you pay attention to that? Did you notice that a lot of money was just poured into Ethereum for some strange reason? That was the best part of the afternoon when the weekly flow turned into $500 million. Guys, don't say what I said. Since we called it that all season, the holiday season is almost here, right? Ethereum is breaking out right now, which is crazy. We were known as ETH right here, right now, way back before this pump. Again, this is probably meant to help new Ultim has get it right, or make sure they're already at least a little bit closer to getting it right. But since there was a mistake, it will go up. Yes, so there is an evaluation of the idea of an XRP that's very interesting, because a 3R compression triangle usually ends with a big breakout, like we saw with XRP. Once Ethereum breaks $4,000, it will rise 3 times as much. A lot of things that will happen to her. Okay, so that's the bigger piece chart meant on the OK triangle squeeze and then blast off every week. Let's do the same thing with Ethereum and eat something similar, all right? It's going to really blast off. It looks like a Bush continuation pattern. The goal is 10,000 men for ETH if it does as well as XRP did. That is true crazy. That's the end of your season. Because Bitcoin is expected to hit 100,000 or more, ETH is also expected to move up. These charts show all of those trust factors. Bitcoin is up here all the way. At these degrees, Bitcoin or USDT controls all the way down. In the short term, that might be the best case scenario before something bad happens that sends crypto prices tumbling. But once the money makers start walking at full speed, things will get better. That's what I want to know, guys. ETH is now on its way to $4,000. That's pretty much the last bit of pushback right before the skies clear up. It works best for Ethless Arc about all cash and coins, and next month is when the real laugh of the season starts to come together. Do something you want with this information. Check it out. Oh, we're going like a housewife, my lord, since we're now at 69 for the effort. The all-season indicator is over for the season, but it's not quite over yet. We're still about 6 factors away, men. Check out this spot. So close to all season while that goes above it. Is that right? Wow, that's it. And look at how quickly the whole season goes by. That little spike went for weeks, maybe even longer than 2 months, men. It's almost the end of the run. No, don't ride anymore. Not cycle, not at all. I don't agree that it's a cycle. I think it's more like this. We pump, then drop, then go back up. Right now we're in this phase right before a recession. Okay, so things are looking crazy, guys. It's getting really exciting because this area men cash past 10x, 100x, 1000x or more if the coin is really crazy. So I'm really excited that Bitcoin will go up in value and that all cash is just getting started, right? For this reason, while Bitcoin went above its earlier all-time high in steps 1, 2, and 3, after 3 weeks, the whole season was given induced. We've reached the 3-week mark, which means that the season is almost upon us, if not already here. Are you men ready? All coins, while that's going on, something big is happening because the RSI for all coins over the last 3 months goes above 70. When that happened, we had weeks of our best work. I think people aren't optimistic enough these days. Can't we see that we're about to give up? Not anymore, but which? Approach XRP needs to quickly reach $10 in December once more. You guys are going to make a lot of money. It will be like we're the Fed when the RSF for the old coins besides Bitcoin and Ethereum. Men went above this resistance point right away and still hold that help.